everybody, how you doing today? Had a few requests to do the Shark Vertex upright corded versus its little brother, the Vertex cordless. I think it's gonna be a pretty good test. So I set up kind of a decent test for this to do. This is more of a pickup test, but it's got variations of debris, and we'll see which one can suck it up the best and quickest, and overall which one just handles the job better. I think they're both gonna do very good. And let me show you what I am talking about. So we're going to start with rice. Go to Fruity Pebbles. Then we're switching to Fruit Loops. And then we're going to switch over to popcorn kernels. And then some jelly beans. And in the Fruit Loops there's also some jelly beans as well. There's 6 on each line. And then there's 4 at the end, so each one has 10 jelly beans to try to pick up. I also put a bunch of black hair mixed in, fake human hair. We have some 8-inch length and about 4-inch length. And as you can see, it's on the carpet, and then it's just mixed in throughout the entire line you see. So it should be a pretty cool test. I don't know exactly which one's going to do better than the other. I mean, you would think this one. All right, let's go ahead and start with the cordless. I'll do a line all the way through, and then we'll go back to the Vertex upright corded, and we will do the same exact test. And at the end, we'll see which one, if any, scatters debris around, and which one overall picks up the most debris. All right, let's go ahead and start with the cordless. I'm going to start it on the carpet mode, and then when I switch it over to the hardwood, I'll switch that mode, and then back over to the carpet mode when I get over there. Same with the upright. Here we go. There we go. That is the cordless. Did a very good job overall. So let's go ahead and just go over to the Vertex upright corded version. So you can see I left a little bit at the threshold, and then there's so much Fruit Loops that I kind of piled up and left a couple of them. But out of 10 jelly beans, I only see 1, so very good. Another quick note about the cordless, that was on just its normal suction power. I did not pull the trigger for any of that, and it still did a very good job. So this one is obviously going to be much more powerful. It's got the much bigger tank, but that one actually handled that with no issue. I did not have to empty that one at all. So let's just go ahead and see how this guy does. Now I'm going to set this to hard floor for the beginning like I did with the first one. Then when I get to carpet and the jelly beans, I will switch it to carpet/low pile. So here we go. Let's take a look at the results. Let's see which one did the better job. I mean, I think you can already see it. And I must say, of course, I'm a big fan of the cordless because there's no freaking cord. And honestly, it did a better job overall. This left a couple fruity pebbles at the threshold, one jelly bean, and that's literally it. But the bigger one surprisingly left 2 jelly beans on the carpet and all 6 jelly beans on the hardwood floor, along with the Fruit Loops. All right, so kind of surprising results. They both have the same DuoClean head. It seems like the Cordless must have a little bit bigger of an inlet to allow the jelly beans to be sucked up. So I must say, I am really honestly impressed with this Vertex Cordless. It's done amazing with every test I've done with it, and I am very, very, very happy with it. Surprisingly, I like it better than the Dyson stick vac that I have. That DuoClean is really cool. The Dyson would struggle really bad on hardwood floors because it cannot pick up anything the size of jelly beans. I believe in the test I did, it even struggled with the Fruit Loops. So very impressed. Out of these two, personally, unless you really, really need that deep clean and that extra power, I would go with the Cordless. Not only that, it's cheaper as well. Let's go ahead and see how these guys did with that black hair. As you can see, there's a ton of black hair in this tank. And in the rollers, how much hair do we have? We have a tiny, tiny bit on here, but I think as you were going, I think it would have sucked the rest off. And then 0 on the PowerFin bar. So very good with hair. That is one thing that I've always liked about Shark robot vacuums and these vacuums. They do really, really good with hair. You're not gonna have any tanglement pretty much at all. Let's go ahead and check out the Shark Cordless. And as you would expect, absolutely no hair whatsoever on either one of these brush rolls. So their claim, once again, is great. I really like that. So let me know what other kind of test you guys want to see. Maybe some sort of deep clean test where I can lay down, I don't know, 10 to 16 ounces of sand and kind of push it down into this carpet and then run it and see which one can get up the most after, 2 or 3 passes. Because obviously this one's going to have quite a bit more power. But this one, the pickup ability is really, really good. I don't have any pets, so I can't comment how good it's going to do with pet hair. But if it does that good with 8-inch human hair, I would assume little, not so long pet hair would go up in there, no problem. All right, guys, what do you think? Which one would you guys purchase? Do you need the extra power or the convenience of cordless? Personally, I would go with the Cordless all day long. It's easily $100 cheaper. You might even be able to find it cheaper on sale than that. One more thing I wanted to point out though about the Cordless version, the one thing that I hate about it, that I just recently figured out, and I made a quick video about this before, so if you've seen that video, then it's the same thing. But so one of the cool things about this guy is it folds up so that you can store it easily, because it cannot stand up on its own. It's really close to being able to, but as you can see, it just falls back. So if you push this button here on the back, you can get this to flip forward and stand up on its own, and then you can store it, right? But here's the main issue, and I really wish somehow they could have fixed this or noticed it or whatever, because this is a big issue. If you don't empty your bin, which right now I would have because of that big test, but typically if you go clean your house once, the bin's not going to be that full. And I've done the same thing with very little in the bin, and the same thing happens. So it's not just because there's a bunch in there. But whenever you fold this back up, as you can hear, a whole bunch of the stuff escaped the bin and went back down the tube. So when I shake this, not as much that time, but as you can see, debris comes out the bottom and makes a mess if you don't empty that every time you clean it. So that's kind of a bummer. I really wish they didn't overlook that. All they really had to do is put some kind of flap in there that engages as you flip it over, and then it would avoid this, because I don't think many people empty their canister every single time that they vacuum. So I just want to throw that in there real quick. All right, let me know what you guys thought of that video, please. If you liked it, please smash that like button and subscribe. And let me know what other test you'd like to see with this, or the other one. Let me give you a sneak peek of what's coming. This thing I'm very excited for. This is a cordless mopping vacuum. It's the max version. That's going to be coming up very soon. That has a feature built in that I cannot wait to test. And I will show you that in the video when I unbox it and do the review. I have the Shark Ion F80 Bissell Power Edge Pet. There's the Shark Vertex. I also have the Shark Apex. Another one of those that I have to send back because I double ordered it by accident. And behind here, we have the Shark Pet Pro Cordless. Behind here, we have a Hoover Lynx. So a lot of stuff coming. This isn't even all of it. Oh, and in this box is the iRobot i6 Plus. And then I got a few others just all over my house. So a lot of stuff still coming. Hopefully you guys enjoy this videos. If you do, once again, smash that like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.